Confirmed. Xabi Alonso has reached an agreement with Liverpool. Manchester City is officially letting their star leave. Tottenham has sacked Thomas Frank, and his successor is already known. Plus the sensational move of Vinícius Júnior to Manchester City. All this and more coming up right now. It is confirmed. Barcelona goalkeeper Marc-André ter Stegen is joining Girona. The clubs have reached a full agreement for the loan of the German goalkeeper until the end of the current season. Ter Stegen has already passed his medical examination, and the deal is a straight loan without any option to buy. This is a phenomenal move for Girona as they secure one of the world's best goalkeepers to strengthen their position during the decisive stretch of the championship. For Marc-André himself, this is an opportunity to reset after his injuries and help another Catalan club fight for European qualification spots. London's Fulham has officially begun negotiations with Manchester City regarding the permanent transfer of Oscar Bobb. The Cottagers have already placed an offer of approximately £35 million on the table for the 22-year-old Norwegian. The situation for the young talent has become critical. He is determined to leave Manchester this January, as the signing of Antoine Semenyo has effectively blocked his path to the starting lineup. Borussia Dortmund also remains interested, but the Londoners are currently acting most decisively, offering the player immediate first-team football. Fulham is acting very strategically, offering the young talent a real chance to become a leader, rather than staying in the golden cage of a giant. Atletico Madrid has already begun active work on the transfer of PSG striker Gonçalo Ramos. The club's management has established contact with the Portuguese player's agents, viewing him as a replacement for either Antoine Griezmann or Alexander Sørloth. Ramos himself is categorically dissatisfied with his role as a substitute under Luis Enrique and is pushing for a move. For the striker, it is critically important to secure regular playing time in Diego Simeone's system to ensure he is in optimal form for the 2026 World Cup. This is a classic Atletico move, picking up a top-tier forward who hasn't found his place at a super club and turning him into a star of their own system, where his fighting spirit and defensive work rate will fit Simeone's tactics perfectly. The situation surrounding Thomas Frank at Tottenham has reached a breaking point. Although the Danish specialist will likely lead the team in the crucial Champions League match against Borussia Dortmund, his dismissal is considered inevitable. The main issue for Spurs is the lack of quality options mid-season. Xabi Alonso, who was at the top of the club's shortlist, showed little enthusiasm for a move to London, preferring to wait for an offer from Liverpool. In light of this, the figure of Mauricio Pochettino has reappeared on the horizon. According to sources, the Argentine, who led Tottenham to the Champions League final in 2019, is very open to a sensational return. The board is considering waiting until the summer of 2026 to access a wider market of coaches after the World Cup, which also includes Andoni Iraola from Bournemouth. A Pochettino return looks like the most logical step to calm the fans and stabilize the squad. If Frank fails against Borussia, newly appointed assistant John Heitinga may take over as interim manager while the club prepares for Mauricio's comeback. Continuing with the managerial theme, Arne Slot's fate at Anfield is finally sealed. Reliable journalists David Lynch and James Pearce confirm. FSG management has already chosen Xabi Alonso as the next head coach of Liverpool. Despite a staggering £440 million spent on transfers last summer, Slot failed to deliver. A disastrous run of 9 losses in 12 matches in the autumn forced the owners to act, and although results have stabilized recently, the decision to sack the Dutchman at the end of the season is final. Xabi Alonso, who recently left Real Madrid, has become the chosen one for the club's owners. It was specifically because of this agreement with the Merseysiders that the Spaniard rejected Tottenham's approach. Both parties have agreed that the managerial change will occur in the summer of 2026 to avoid the chaos of an interim appointment. This is the romantic comeback fans have been waiting for since Jurgen Klopp's departure. Slot has fallen victim to high expectations, while Alonso arrives as a savior with a clear vision for the future. In turn, Liverpool has identified Tottenham's central defender Micky van de Ven as the primary successor to Virgil van Dijk, who has now turned 34. Arne Slot is personally pushing for the transfer due to the Dutchman's phenomenal speed, which is essential for a high defensive line tactic. The potential offer is a massive €90 million. Although Spurs are prepared to double the player's wages to £180,000 per week, Van de Ven himself is seriously considering a move to Anfield, given the ongoing crisis at Tottenham. For Liverpool, this represents a strategic investment in the future, while for Tottenham, it is a devastating risk of losing their most vital defensive asset. Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva has made the final decision to leave the club at the end of the current season. According to El Chiringuito TV, the 31-year-old Portuguese international does not plan to renew his contract, which expires on June 30th. Barcelona is the front-runner for the star midfielder and is already in active negotiations to sign him as a free agent. For Pep Guardiola, this is a major loss, as Silva has been a cornerstone of the City system for years. However, within Barcelona, opinions are divided. While management sees an experienced leader, the club's financial situation and the player's age have left some fans skeptical. This story is reminiscent of Ilkay Gundogan's move. The German also moved from City to Barca at a mature age, but struggled to become a savior for the club. There is a high risk that Bernardo Silva might face similar challenges in adapting to Barca's specific style and system. The situation regarding Vinícius Júnior's future at Real Madrid is becoming increasingly strained. Manchester City has confirmed its interest in the Brazilian and is prepared to finalize a transfer either this January or in the summer. Despite his superstar status, Vinícius no longer feels happy in Madrid. The player is reportedly tired of the Whites fans failing to appreciate his contributions and constantly whistling at him at the Santiago Bernabéu. Personal terms will not be an issue, as Vini is determined to seek a change of scenery. Alongside City, PSG, Chelsea, and Al Nassr are also monitoring the winger. However, the price remains astronomical. Any club, including Pep Guardiola's side, will have to pay roughly €150 million to secure the Brazilian. The atmosphere in Madrid has become toxic for Vinícius, and when your own fans turn on you, even a golden contract isn't enough to stay. For City, it's a chance to sign one of the world's best, while for Real, selling an unhappy star for €150 million might be a smart financial move, despite the loss in attacking power. Return Aston Villa is making significant progress in negotiations to sign Tammy Abraham. The striker has already given his full consent to the move and is eager to wear the Lions shirt once again. Currently, Abraham is on loan at Besiktas from Roma, but Unai Emery is insisting on a permanent transfer. Negotiations between the clubs are moving rapidly. For Abraham, this is a special homecoming, as his goals during the 2018-19 season were instrumental in Villa's promotion to the Premier League. Emery views him as a priority target to lead the line long-term. This is an ideal deal for both sides. Tammy returns to a place where he is loved, and Emery gets a proven goal scorer who requires zero adaptation time. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Wishing you happiness, health, and great football.